All right, moving on. The principle of the Federal Reserve's independence is that its objective can be determined by its policymakers.
They cannot be dictated by the president, but rather by a congressional approval for a significant change. But try telling that to Donald Trump. Now, the president has turned his desire to bend the Fed to his will into a near-daily drumbeat. Trump is no longer satisfied, merely cajoling Fed boss Jerome Powell, as he calls him, as he's nicknamed the Fed chair, and his chorus-singing administration wants larger and faster rate cuts to boost the economy. But Trump's global tariffs have weighed on the Fed's ability to ease policy amidst inflation concerns from those very import duties.
And eggs are way down now. Mortgage rates are down despite the Fed. Scott, you got to work on this guy. He's got some real mental problems. No, he's something wrong with him. It's just sweet. I'd be honest. I'd love to fire his ass. He should be fired. Guy's grossly incompetent. And he should be sued for spending $4 billion to build a little building. I'm building a ballroom that's going to cost a tiny fraction of that, and it's bigger than the whole thing put together. You got to work on him, Scott. The only thing Scott's blowing it on is the Fed. Because the Fed, the rates are too high, Scott. And if you don't get it fixed fast, I'm going to fire your ass, okay?
Bloomberg analysis shows the president's fight with the Fed could trigger a stagflation slump. And amidst this, Trump wants to install a low-rates major supermajority on the Federal Open Market Committee, or the FOMC, to that effect. Trump is set to announce the next Fed chief by Christmas to replace Powell.
The central bank, for its part, has stood its ground despite missing its inflation target for more than 4 years. But the White House, openly challenging its own central bank's independence, has its share of risks. In addition, record high government debt and Trump's brinksmanship means American assets no longer inspire the same confidence they once did. The dollar was once a shield, but now it's a sword, with the US using it for geopolitical leverage.
Now, as a result, the global south is losing faith in the dollar. At the turn of the century, the dollar accounted for more than 70% of global forex reserves, and now it's less than 60%. For America, that matters. If countries start to unload dollars from their forex war chest, borrowing costs for the US will surge further, and that would make Trump's attempt to force the Fed's hand to lower rates meaningless.